Hello there, I'm joined today by Dan Sacker, the IDS Logic Project Director. He's going to talk about his approach to delivering digital projects and the benefits of Waterfall and Agile methodologies. Dan, thanks very much for taking the time to join me today.
It's a pleasure, good to talk.
Excellent. Well, perhaps we can start by talking about the way you decide how best to deliver a digital project or a solution for a client.
Yeah, sure, and thanks very much for that intro. So I suppose really as project director, project manager, my world is all about how best to get something done. So the decision about how to work on a particular project or solution very much starts with an understanding of at what stage on the digital journey we're joining a client. It varies greatly. Sometimes we're involved right at the beginning of that journey. So the client will have a set of specific business goals and outcomes that they want to achieve. And in that context, for us, it's about basically discovering what those requirements are in order to develop something from scratch, rather than inheriting a solution or a product that's already in existence. Other times, we'll be working with a client that's already quite a way into their digital journey, already has a solution, platform, digital product, whatever, and is basically looking to our expertise to help them enhance and improve that. So depending on where we're joining that journey leads us fairly quickly to a natural decision about whether we're going to be working in the role of a conventional project management model, where we're basically developing and building something brand new, or whether we're working in more of a product management context when we're building upon top of something that's already there. And I think probably the point to make is that those two different things demand really two different ways of thinking and working, if that makes sense.
And presumably the client themselves must also play a part in deciding how to work, right?
Yeah, definitely. Just in the same way that we join clients at a different point in the journey, the client organizations that we work with are also structured in very different ways. So some have their own established digital product teams. And in that context, it's about how we can most effectively plug into that. Whereas other clients don't, and often will be interfacing directly with key stakeholders and operational staff to manage the delivery of that project. So for me, understanding how that overall collaborative team is going to work does itself influence how best to actually deliver the project. So it's really not in my world about setting out one particular way of working or one particular methodology and trying to impose it on every client. Instead, it's about trying to think about what the client is going to most benefit from and what the solution needs, and then being quite pragmatic and choose the right way to work. So, we start talking about project management terms, waterfall and agile, or a mix of both. It's about looking at the relative benefits of each one of those two things and working out which is best. So just in the same way that the solutions team at IDS is charged with the responsibility for selecting the right technology or platform to meet a specific set of business requirements or user requirements, I think it's equally the role of the project manager to choose the best way of delivering the project or managing the growth of an existing digital product, as I say, rather than just being stuck in one particular methodology or one particular way of working.